This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The Department of Inland Revenue and Excise says that the targets given by the government has already been fulfilled. An extensive program will be implemented to prevent the narcotics transportation activities through post. The number of stroke patients in the country have increased. Chinese research vessel Xi'an 6 to reach Colombo today. Aswasuma beneficiary payment will be paid without delay. Close associate of Kudu Salidu arrested. Foreign news, Republicans pick Mike Johnson as the latest House Speaker nominee. The United Trade Union Forum of the Inland Revenue Department and the Excise Department says that the targets given by the government has already been fulfilled. The Inland Revenue Department has earned 1,229 billion rupees from January 1st to the 19th of this month. This is the highest income received by the department in its history. An income of 715 billion rupees has been received by the department for this month. The forum has also pointed out that this is great when considering the existing economic situation and the limitation of imports. The Excise Department has earned an income of 137 billion rupees by the 15th of this month. The department has been dedicated to increase the economy of the country. Postmaster General Ruwan Sarath Kumara says that an extensive program will be implemented to prevent the narcotics transportation activities through the post with the support of the Sri Lanka Police Narcotics Bureau and the Postal Department. Participating in the Dasadesin program of the SLBC, he said that stern legal action will be taken against the narcotic transportation through the post. 2 officers of the department have been taken into custody regarding drug transportation. It has been reported that most of the deaths in the world have been caused due to paralysis and strokes. There's a risk of 1 person in 4 elders having lifetime stroke. Nearly 10 million people are dying in the world due to strokes each year. Currently, the number of patients who are hospitalized due to this disease have been doubled. According to the reports, more than 60,000 patients are being hospitalized. Participating at a meeting held at the Health Promotion Bureau, the chairman of the Sri Lanka Stroke Association, neurologist specialist, doctor of the Sri Javadunu Hospital, Harsha Gunasekara, said that there are nearly 200,000 stroke patients in the country. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Cherished companion of microfinance banking, Samurdhi Community Bank.
The Chinese research ship Xi'an 6 will make a port call in Sri Lanka today, Foreign Affairs Minister Ali Sabri says. Accordingly, the vessel about which India remains concerned is scheduled to dock at the Colombo harbour later today. However, earlier this month, Minister Sabri had said Xi'an 6 was given permission to dock here in November, despite China having sought a port call in October. India's concerns stemmed from the arrival of high-tech research ship Yuan Wong 5 in Colombo in August 2022. The island nation's neighbour on several occasions had expressed its security concerns over Xi'an 6 capability of mapping the ocean bed, which is critical to anti-submarine operations of the Chinese Navy. The Welfare Benefits Board has issued a request to all eligible beneficiaries of the Aswasuma Welfare Benefit Payment Programme. Those beneficiaries whose names have been listed at Regional Secretariat but have yet to open bank accounts to receive their entitled benefits are urged to do so without delay, Board Chairman Jayantha Wijeratna said. During a recent meeting at the President's office, which involved the Welfare Benefit Board and other relevant parties, a discussion took place regarding the insurance program overseen by the Finance State Minister Shahan Semasinghe. The main topic of conversation was the current status of the Aswasuma program, which was initiated to provide social welfare benefits with complete transparency to those who truly need them. The Police Special Task Force has arrested a close associate of the ill-famed underworld figure Kudu Salindu. The apprehension was today during an operation launched in Alubomilla, Panadura. STF officers impounded 1 kilogram and 40 grams of ice worth 20 billion rupees from the possession of the suspect. The arrestee is reportedly a 31-year-old residing at Ditkudur Road in Panadura. He was identified as a close associate of the notorious criminal gang member and drug dealer Salindu Malshika alias Kudu Salindu. He also handles the drug syndicate of Nilanga, who is in hiding in Dubai, UAE. The suspect has been handed over to the Police Narcotics Bureau for onward investigations. And that ends local news for now.
Your closest ally in microfinance banking. The front runner in uplifting low-income households, extending a hand to those aspiring to thrive. Your very own financial institution, Samurdhi Community Bank, with a presence of 1,089 branches throughout the island. Your closest ally in microfinance banking. Your steadfast financial partner, Samurdhi Community Bank.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatma.
And the main news story, the Minister of Agriculture has received many information regarding the stealing of dairy cattle in the island. According to the Animal Welfare Act, a fine of 50,000 rupees will be imposed against the stealing of dairy cattle. Minister Mahinda Amarewila has advised the relevant officials to amend the act, including a new clause to increase the fine up to 1 million rupees. A discussion in this regard was held at the ministry yesterday, and that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatma.
On to Watchlight. The road from Porogama to Kimbulawala, belonging to the Niyagama Divisional Secretariat Division, is at a dilapidated condition. This has obstructed the transport activities in the area. The residents of the area have requested the relevant authorities to renovate this road as soon as possible. And that came to you in Watchlight. Moving on to world news. The headlines first. Republicans pick Mike Johnson as latest House Speaker nominee. UN relief operation in Gaza could shut down within hours. And Mexico braces for catastrophic hurricane Otis. Republicans have picked Congressman Mike Johnson as their latest nominee for the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He is the fourth nominee put forward after three others failed to win enough support from colleagues, and the second nominee of the day. Mr. Johnson was selected after 3 rounds of voting late yesterday. The House has been without a Speaker and has been unable to pass bills since Kevin McCarthy was ousted on 3rd of October. The selection of Louisiana's Mr. Johnson 51 was announced by House Republican Conference Chairwoman Elise Stefanik. The UN has warned that its humanitarian work in Gaza may come to a halt as it's running out of fuel. Some aid trucks have entered the blockaded strip, but aid agencies continue to warn of a catastrophic situation, especially in hospitals overflowing with the injured. UN Chief Antonio Guterres said he is deeply concerned about the clear violation of international humanitarian law that we are witnessing in Gaza. US President Joe Biden has said aid is not getting in fast enough, and Secretary of State Blinken has suggested a humanitarian pause in the conflict. Hurricane Otis has become an extremely dangerous Category 4 storm as it rose towards the Pacific coast of southern Mexico, U.S. meteorologists warn. The storm winds have now increased to near 145 meters per hour, the National Hurricane Center, NHC, says. Otis will strengthen to a potentially catastrophic Category 5 storm when it crashes ashore by early today. The NHC warns of destructive waves and heavy flooding in coastal areas, including the popular Acapulco resort. And that ends World News.
Development News.
The Minister of Industries is taking measures to uplift the apparel, beauty culture and leather products as business ventures. Under this program, 47 new researchers and new innovations will be implemented. Minister Dr. Ramesh Patrina said that the objective of this move is to develop the export-oriented industrial sector. And that was development news. Coming up next is sports news.
Sports news is brought to you by Shakti. Refresh your mind and body. Shakti Energy Drink. 350 rupees only. Available at island-wide leading groceries and supermarkets. Shakti. Taste the power.
On to sports news. Samita Dulan won a silver medal at the javelin throw men's event at the Asian Para Sports Festival being held in China. He won this medal by clocking 64.09, and this is the third silver medal won by Sri Lanka at the sports festival. And that was sports news. Up next is business news.
Shakti. Refresh your mind and body. Shakti Energy Drink. 350 rupees only. Available at island-wide leading groceries and supermarkets. Shakti. Taste the power.
Go ekakiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
In the first 22 days of October, Sri Lanka welcomed 77,763 tourists, bringing the year-to-date total to 1,094,019, according to provisional data from the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, SLTDA. During this period, the daily average of tourist arrivals was 3,534, showing an improvement compared to the previous week's average of 3,359. The weekly average for the third week of October has also seen an increase, reaching 31,265, up from 23,434 in the second week and 23,073 in the first week. And that was business news.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekakiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
On to economic news. The 8th edition of the Boat and Marine Show 2024 is organized by the Chamber of Marine Industries of Sri Lanka, CMISL, and Sri Lanka Export Development Board, EDB, in association with Ministry of Industries. Tourism Promotion Bureau and other relevant stakeholders will be held from the 27th of October to the 29th at the Port City Marina, Colombo. The boat and shipbuilding industry has earned $67 million this year up to August and expects to increase this amount significantly by next year with the initiatives by the EDB in the fields of supply chain development, upgrading of technology and local international promotion. And that was economic news. On to the weather report. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places in most provinces in the island after 1 p.m. Fairly heavy showers, above 50 millimeters, are likely at some places in the Sabaragamu province and in the Galle and Matra districts. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragamu and Uva provinces during the morning. That was the weather report, and prior to concluding this news broadcast, the headlines once again. The Department of Inland Revenue and Excise says that the target given by the government has already been fulfilled. An extensive program will be implemented to prevent the narcotics transportation activities through the post. The number of stroke patients in the country have increased. Chinese research vessel Xi'an-6 to reach Colombo today. Aswasuma beneficiary payments will be paid without delay. Close associate of Kudu Salindu arrested. Foreign news, Republicans pick Mike Johnson as the latest House Speaker nominee. And with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, and it's back to Satya on the other side.